I'm Chemtob, and you're watching Germany's Journal Club. Today we'll be discussing an article called "The Price of Green Energy: Is Germany Killing the Environment to Save It?" But before we jump into this article, I just wanted to start with a brief background on Unwelt. Unwelt translates literally to mean the environment, but it can be extended to incorporate the religious, political, and cultural beliefs concerning this topic. The article we are looking at today examines the effects and consequences of Angela Merkel's environmental policy shift initiated in 2011. This change caused Germany to move from nuclear energy sources to renewable energy sources such as wind, solar, and biogas. Although seemingly beneficial at first, the Spiegel article highlights the problems that arise with this shift, namely deforestation. Forests are extremely important for lowering carbon dioxide levels, and thus deforestation inherently causes a rise in carbon dioxide. This will likely contradict the original purpose of reducing climate change. As the Spiegel article states, Germany's plan to phase out nuclear energy and increase its reliance on renewable sources were natural allies. But in reality, the two goals have been becoming greater and greater in conflict. Hi, so I wanted to get the public's opinion on Angela Merkel's green environmental policy shift. So I'm here with Will today. Hi.
Hi.
So what do you think, why do you think this policy shift is important in its contemporary and current context?
Well, in the contemporary aspect, there's a lot of things going on at this time in Germany as well as in the international spectrum. So obviously, we had the Kyoto Protocol, which was extended at the end of 2012. We have Merkel's re-election at the end of 2013. This was and this article particularly was slightly earlier than that. And so there's obviously Merkel trying to act for a re-election in that regard. And then 3 years later, we have the Paris Accords, so expanding the green motive to the international spectrum. And so I think that it's very important to be considering all these things, and especially in the modern day when the environment and environmental policy is so important with the threat of global warming.
Awesome, thank you. And one more question for you. Who would you side with, perhaps, in this debate?
I would perhaps side with Angela Merkel. I think that she acknowledges that a sacrifice has to be made in order for us to move forward in the future. And so I think that cutting down trees is a necessary risk we should take in order to develop sustainable biofuel energy.
Okay, awesome. Thanks so much for your input. While the majority of political parties would certainly agree that Germany needs to implement effective climate change policies, the opinion of how to do so varies. The Green Party particularly finds itself in an awkward position of balancing itself between preserving the trees and forests versus seeking sustainable renewable energy sources. The more Christian faction of the CDU are more opposed to Merkel's policy choice. They advocate to preserve and protect nature. Lastly, the article briefly discusses other renewable policy alternatives and the problems behind each of those implementations, further emphasizing to the public that the use of renewable energy is not as straightforward as some may perceive it to be. Spiegel is an influential magazine within all of Europe, not just Germany, and its impact is wide-reaching. Sticking to Spiegel's goal to be an investigative journal, this article does a great job of laying out the facts for the reader. The issues surrounding Unwelt and the environmental policies extend beyond the scope of this video or the article. However, this article makes the point that it is not as straightforward as implementing green policies or not, but there are choices and sacrifices with every green policy that must be made. Global warming is an incredibly pressing issue in today's world and will truly dictate the future of our planet. Thus, the policy choices behind this issue are of utmost importance. I'm Chemtob, and thanks for watching today's Germany Journal Club.